Today I want to talk about creative block. Like most creators, my creative process, to sum it up in one word, it's chaotic. Like I can shoot out 5 different ideas for a video, but that's the thing. See, ideas are the easiest part, but realizing them is where people usually tend to let their ideas and dreams just fizzle out and die. You know, I for one have been struggling myself to push myself to create something, to create some art, whether it's personally like this or for business, professionally. I guess you could say that I've been kind of floating. I know this because like the other day I got a call from my supervisor and she was like,
"Hey, you suck, but I think you could do better."
I mean, she said it much nicer, but I'm just making it more dramatic. Anyway, I mean, that's when I felt the fire in my chest again. The urge to pick up a camera or a pen or something and make something. So if you feel yourself blocked or floating, here's 3 tips that help me to get back on track. Take in art to create art. So being a videographer, I have an opportunity to look at my old work. So I used to work on like wedding films. I still do. I find when I rewatch like old vlogs that I make, wedding films I've made in the past, things that I've made before that I know that I'm good at, it not only gets the creative juices flowing, but you know, it just reminds me that I can do this. Despite what kind of work you do, there's always kind of a way you can be creative in the work that you do. Watch movies, documentaries, or even YouTube videos on the topic of things that you're creative in, or what kind of work environment, field that you're in. Since the kind of work revolves around, you know, storytelling and making videos, something that really inspires me, a movie that really inspires me is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. The way the story is told, how the shots are chosen, how his actual life becomes way more epic than his daydreams ever was. And that's the thing is, he finally did something about it. And the message from the movie that gets to me the most, no matter how crazy the daydream, the only way I'm going to achieve it is if I start doing. And that happens when change things up. I find that I'm less creative when I'm in the same place for too long. Especially with the whole isolation thing, if you can't really go anywhere, even going to another room or even side of the room can make a difference. Because it's all about changing your perspective. Very windy today. And for someone like me with a whole lot of video ideas, I tend to like overload myself with, you know, just different things I can do, but then it just piles up and I don't do them. I thought this guy was naked, but it's a photo shoot and he's wearing underwear, I think. It's so cool to see people be creative. Now I don't feel so weird vlogging because something else is happening nearby. So a man talking and looking into a camera is not the weirdest thing that's on this block. Another note that I want to add is you gotta know when to let go. Because I know for me, I have all these ideas that I want to do. They just keep piling up, but then I never get to them because of laziness. So one good tip is to learn when to let go of ideas because otherwise it's just gonna pile up and then you're just gonna get stuck again. Last thing we're going to talk about is health. Do that inside, it's super windy. So obviously you want to make sure you have a balanced diet, you want to eat the right things, not, you know, sit in front of the TV eating Cheez-Its. And you know, exercising, whether it's like actually doing the home workout or just going for a walk. Because ultimately when your body's getting some movement and the nutrients that it needs to actually function, it helps your brain out. That squishy pink thing up here. Yeah, that's what you use to create. And sleep is so important. You don't want to mess with sleep. Because one moment you're fine, you're staying up to 2 a.m. doing whatever the heck you want to do. Then the next day you wake up at 1 p.m. and then you missed all your meetings. I mean, it is tough to disconnect when you're in the zone. But it's better for you in the long run to get your sleep. And then when you get enough sleep and then you do everything else, then you'll be able to break through and be going back on your creative building path. That's what we're all trying to do. That's my little thing I want to talk about today. And hopefully you enjoyed it. See you guys in the next video. Deuces. But realizing them, that's what people, freaking sun, the sun. Just changing your freaking wind.